Thorpe Park's history begins way back in 1941. The site of the park was purchased by company Ready Mix Concrete with the intention of using it to dig up gravel. Riveting stuff. In 1970, RMC decided that they want to turn the park into a leisure attraction, and on the 24th of May 1979 the site was opened to the public as Thorpe Park by Lord Louis Mountbatten, who was blown up and killed by the IRA 3 months later. Talk about opening the park with a bang. The park didn't actually have any rides when it opened and instead was used as a showcase for World War I aircrafts and model villages. Over the next 7 years, Thorpe Park would expand more and more, introducing iconic rides and attractions such as Thorpe Farm, Phantom Fantasia and Space Station Zero, which we now know as Flying Fish. In 1987, Thorpe introduced its biggest investment yet, the Thunder River, an Intamin rapids costing the park $2 million to construct. 1989 saw another iconic selection of rides located within Canada Creek, those being the Rocky Express, Loggers Leap and the Canada Creek Railway, which connected the amusement park to Thorpe Farm until its closure in 2006. Shoot forwards a few years to 1994 and we see the introduction of the Thorpe Park Rangers Club, which consisted of several characters that kids could meet on their visit. Along with this, the Rangers received their own themed area named Ranger County, and the Phantom Fantasia ride was renamed as Wicked Witch's Haunt. In 1996, the park opened a major indoor roller coaster called X No Way Out, which was marketed as the world's first backwards roller coaster in the dark. This was their most ambitious investment yet, however it would be RMC's final major investment for the park after they sold it to the Tussauds Group in 1998. The Tussauds Group did not mess around with Thorpe Park. In 1999 they opened the UK's first 4D cinema, and in 2000 they introduced Tidal Wave. A new direction was clearly the plan for Thorpe Park under Tussauds ownership, and after a fire in 2000 that destroyed a large part of Ranger County and the Wicked Witch's Haunt ride, Thorpe were forced to close a selection of children's attractions. The investment didn't stop with Tidal Wave however. 2001 saw 3 brand new thrill flat rides, those being Detonator, Vortex and Zodiac. During the 2001 season, the park teased Project Odyssey, which would be a brand new thrill roller coaster coming to the park in 2002. The Intamin coaster opened as Colossus on the 22nd of March 2002 and featured 10 inversions. The Halloween event Fright Nights was also introduced that year, which began to target the park at a more mature audience. Now surely you're thinking, right, Thorpe have just opened a brand new thrill roller coaster that cost over £13 million. Surely now they can cool off with the investment for a few years. Well, not exactly. In 2002 they teased yet another new roller coaster, this time labelled as Project Calypso, and in 2003 a brand new B&M inverted coaster called Nemesis Inferno opened. But surely that's it now, right? No, why don't you have some more? Are you finished yet? No, have some more. Surely now you're... No, have another major roller coaster. Wow, finally, after 5 years of non-stop investment in thrill rides, Thorpe finally took a chill pill, and this was most likely not Tussauds' choice, as in 2007 Merlin Entertainments bought the park. Merlin's first major investment came in 2009 with Saw the Ride. Plans for the new coaster were announced in late 2008, being branded as the scariest ride in the world. The ride was disguised as Project Dylan to hide the Saw theme from the general public, and the ride opened on the 14th of March 2009 with the steepest freefall drop on a roller coaster anywhere in the world. The following year, Saw the Ride was accompanied by a Saw-themed horror maze named Saw Alive, and this would eventually become an all-year-round attraction until 2018, where it was closed due to safety concerns for the boat it was located within. Personally, I think the attraction would have been much more suited to the Saw theme if the possibility of drowning was included in the experience. But hey, we can't all be winners. Just ask poor Lord Louis Mountbatten. He certainly picked the short straw. Merlin's investment continued with the opening of possibly the most visually shocking water ride ever in the form of Storm Surge in 2011, but this was contrasted in 2012 with the introduction of the UK's first winged roller coaster, the Swarm. The ride was a highly themed experience that excels in storytelling as well as thrills. In 2013, the back rows of the Swarm were turned backwards to add another element of thrill to the ride. It was a positive sign of things to come for the park. Until 2014. This year saw the introduction of Angry Birds Land, which gave the popular mobile game an entire area of the park. A whole land just for Angry Birds. In the same year, Thorpe also introduced the Thorpe Shark Cabins, their first official on-site accommodation. And what exactly did this accommodation consist of? Shipping containers. Glorified shipping containers. A bit of a weak excuse of an accommodation for me. Unfortunately, the intellectual properties at the park didn't stop with Angry Birds, with 2015 seeing the introduction of the I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here maze. In 2016 we saw the introduction of Darren Brown's Ghost Train, and in 2018 we saw the replacement of X No Way Out with The Walking Dead The Ride. But X wasn't the only ride lost between 2015 and 2018. Thorpe also made the decision to close Loggers Leap and The Slammer, as well as the I'm a Celeb maze in 2018 after lasting a measly 3 years in the park's lineup. It clearly wasn't a celebrity style attraction and it had to get itself out of there. Please excuse the shitty pun. In 2019, Thorpe celebrated its 40th anniversary, introducing a variety of events such as Bountzilla, Game Effects and the Jungle Escape Room. Then, in 2020, COVID-19 hit, and Thorpe was hit badly. Merlin struggled to manage their attractions across the board and opened with a very limited operation the summer of 2020. Eventually, operation picked up again after the pandemic had calmed down, and attendance began to rise moving into the 2021 season. And what did Thorpe have to welcome back their guests? A Black Mirror themed mirror maze. Wow. At the end of the day though, there wasn't much Thorpe could do. They had a low budget and needed to provide a new experience, and to this day the Black Mirror Labyrinth still operates and entertains guests, so fair play Merlin, fair play. Moving into 2023 now, where we see the re-theme of Darren Brown's Ghost Train into an original attraction simply named Ghost Train, which changed the VR-based attraction into a more actor-led experience. And that brings us up to speed, the end of 2023, where we look forward to the 2024 season, but what does that have to offer? Well, Thorpe Park have only gone and introduced their newest major roller coaster, Hyperia, which is set to be the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the UK. Now this is an investment that we like to see. As well as this, Thorpe will be receiving a completely new logo, tagline and brand for the 2024 season, with the park now ditching their previous slogan of being the UK's thrill capital and now claiming to be the home of feel-good thrills. As much as I'm not a massive fan of the new logo, I'm glad to see Thorpe moving in this direction. And Colossus is receiving that much needed repaint, so I can't complain. What's your favourite year in Thorpe Park's history? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please join me next time for another trip into theme park history.